And hello everyone, I'm up to another episode, and today we got more conflict. We got the actually starting army. Um, yeah, I'm really unsure what to make of this kit. Just from first impressions, like I'm loving the fact that we get another small one, a small one here, and we also get the bigger one. I think the small one, I know this. I'm pretty sure the small one and these four here come in the two-pair start set. These are different. They're very, very, very weird. But let's see what we get in the box. So we get our platoon commander, we get our stealth flopping, heavy infantry squad, so you get three of those. You get your Natcher Ben, I think that's pronounced. I've butchered it. Heavy, they're specialist infantry. You got your light walker, that's just here, and then you have your Panzer. I think that's four. So your Panzer four with legs. And also you got your decals, you get your rift dice, your order dice, etc. So let's have a look at this bad boy. Right. So first impressions, it is a tiny box compared to the other starter set that we have reviewed. The US. This doesn't feel as heavy. It doesn't look as full. So that's yeah, that's a bit weird. It doesn't feel like you've actually got a box. But I don't know the point values of this stuff. So for all we know, these guys, the Axis are like the elite army. So it kind of would make sense if the box is smaller. But let's start by thinking. Now I was expecting these on the sprue. I don't know why. So essentially you've got your character and your sort of like fleshy dudes in here. They look pretty clean. Very nice. We will do. I'll have to figure out how I'm painting all these. So this was packed by Shane. So thank you, Shane, for packing that. It's appreciated. Pretty sure he might have packed the whole box. We'll find out. So yeah, the resin from Warlord is really good quality as well. I haven't mentioned that before. I've not had any problems with it, but we will. There's always a first, but it looks pretty solid. So, liking the way they look. Obviously, transfers. All right, let's look at this because I'm very intrigued about this kit. So this is part of the walking tank. So I think this could be for the bigger one. Yes, so this is for the bigger one. So this is for our Panzer. And this was packed by Shane again. Thank you. Now, what do I like to feel with that? Normally with resin you would wash it. Normally after. I will still wash it. Just because it feels it's very shiny, as you can see. Essentially, I think this goes on the bottom, and then you get your legs basically from there. Yeah, Panzerfall, very nice, But I'm unsure why they haven't put the turret, like the rest of the turret, in it. But as for resin, very good quality. Can't see any air bubbles or anything, so that's also a bonus. We've obviously cut off the gates. That's really appreciated. Not many companies actually do that. But that's a really nice touch. So what's this next bit? This is the conversion kit. So this is the rest of the parts. And it looks like we're going to have to move the box for this one, this bag, because it looks like there is an awful lot in here to go through. So what we're going to do is just move this box to the side, and we are going to get into this big bag of resin bits. So, oh wow, these are chunky, and yeah, packed by Shane again. So thank you very much for that. So we've got a few bits here. I think these are like probably accessories or something. Okay, no, they're not accessories. So essentially these parts would fit on to the legs, like so. They would go like that. Very nice. These are very clean. It does look like they've used a different resin for this compared to the other one, just because of the colours. But at the same time, I don't think this is resin. But it looks like resin and feels like resin. It's just the colours just really throwing me off. I'm not sure what all this white stuff is over it though. So we'll hopefully, once I give it a wash, it will all come off. But it seems very sort of weird. I've not encountered that before. Yeah, so you meant to have 6 legs. So, this is a 6-legged one. Whereas the other one, I think it's 6 as well. Yeah, so they're both 6 legs. This is very interesting. Like, it looks like they've sanded it and done the cleanup already. But at the same time, I don't know if it's injection molded. If it's injection molded, it would explain all the white stuff all over it. Like, it's got like a very powdery consistency. So I will have to give that a wash and definitely see if it comes off. If not, I might have to reach out to them and find out what it actually is, because it's a bit concerning for me personally. But all in all, good quality, and seems to. I'm hoping it comes off with a wash, and go from there. Let's get this packed away, and then we get the box back over. We've not got much in this box in the way to go through. Obviously, like, we have a fair bit. Obviously, the upgrade kit for the tank comes in 2 bags. And let's just open this bag. Like so. Fold it up. There we go. That's that. So, let's go back to the box. Here it is. So, we get our Conflict 47 dice. And Ross packed these. So, thank you for packing our dice here, Ross. And let's have a look. So, we know that's the tank. Put that there. We'll put that. Well, so who actually... Okay, so Shane and Myra apparently packed this box, and Ross did. Obviously, resin kits. Here we go. Yeah, so they actually have... I didn't notice in the other boxes, but we've got like a Warlord Games resin kit guide. So it basically just states that they briefly washed it to remove oily remains and release agents. Yeah, these are the cast resin. So yeah, that explains the powder sort of consistency. So yeah, that's going to be really interesting. I'll have to obviously do that, but we're going to look at the guides. So we've seen that one, and we've seen that one. Now this is going to be interesting. I think we have another guide here at the bottom. Is that another guide? Yeah. So this one they've just gone back to the old standard way they do their guides. Quite nice. But this is what I'm intrigued about, because I'm not sure how you would build this to get the legs on. Because to me personally, it just feels really weird. So I'm assuming the parts that are red are the parts we don't put on. By the looks of things. But that's a lot we don't do. Yeah, I'm very sort of confused about this kit. I'm not sure whether it's just like me, but it looks like 90, I could say 75-80% of that kit is basically redundant. Because of how you build this. So part of me is thinking it is the older kit, and they've just thrown it in and then just thrown the upgrade kit in, and then done it like so. Obviously, you've got your dude down the bottom that we will not be including, because I'm not a fan of that. Well, I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see what he's like. See if he has if we can remove. Nope, can't remove the head, so he will be staying off. There's a specific way we're going to do all this. But yeah, so obviously you get your guide in there like so. So first things first, we've got these guys. Already got these. If you've seen our review in the starter set, they are in there. And just a quick glance, yep, pretty good. Good quality. That's awesome. So you get 3 in here. Oh, okay. So you get 3 bodies. So you obviously get 3 models anyway. But you've got 5 different style of legs. That's very interesting. Very interesting. But there are some ways you can obviously adapt it and stuff like that. So we have that. So let's bring the box back over now while we do the rest of this. So now we have our tank. Nope, this isn't the tank. This is the new kit. And this is our little walker. And saw this also in the start set, so we'll just have a quick glance. All looks pretty clean, pretty smooth. Wouldn't expect anything less. Oh no, you get head options for these, so I do apologise. Had to cough them. So, yep, head options. So this guy will probably end up going in there. Just because head options and the way we're going to be doing everything. So let's get this one back in the bag. So now we have the tank, and looking at it, it is the old tank kit that's currently available for bolt action. So with that, I'm pretty sure that's how they're going to be doing some of the models. But as you can see, clean as a whistle. We've got a load of parts here we won't be using. So all of these will go into a bits box, essentially, or I will just throw them in little baggies for the minute and do it that way until we can get a proper system up. So yeah, so we've got that. So, as all, or not, I'm pretty sure I just, okay, so yeah, so this one doesn't have the head this off of it, so we will be obviously putting a standard top on it, just because I'm doing it the aesthetics a certain way. These guys. So, all in all, what do we think of this? Well, it's nice to see they've put that in there. Would I recommend you buying this? Yes and no. Would I? The reasons for that are, as a box, don't get me wrong, it's a good box. There's some nice things in there. Obviously, depending on point value, I feel this one could be very much underpointed and potentially even weaker than the American one we've done, that we've reviewed, just because the lack of units in there compared to the other one feels like the other one's a lot stronger than this one. But this is obviously without looking at rules and etc. like that, just from a premise. So I personally wouldn't recommend starting with this specific box. The way that I would do it is why it is a good box, is it is a great add-on to your starter set. So if you already have a 2-player starter set, this is brilliant. This is a brilliant kit to add on. You get 3 more dudes that you've already got in there. You get obviously another character that you could do something with potentially, or even trade it, give it to someone. Essentially, the big tank, definitely very cool. You get one of them. You got your 2 little ones, and then obviously you got your 5 veterans. But without looking at the rules per se and unit cost, point costs, I can't 100% say I would recommend this to start with. I would recommend the starter set and then get this as an add-on. Just because the starter set, you can split it between 2 people. But yeah, so overall, it's a good box, despite the lack of units. Obviously, the nice touches, obviously, having this beast of a tank, whatever you want to call it, in there. So that's really nice. But from a personal perspective, I wouldn't start with this. I would start with the starter set and just add this onto it. I just feel that one has not so much more value, but it just seems like a little bit more in there for your money essentially, and that's just a good way. Start sets are always a good way to get him. But if they are an elite unit, an elite army faction, then 100% this would be worth it. Just for the big tank alone, it sort of makes it very unique. But yeah, if they do play as the elite, very much worth it. But I would add this on to your start set. So, on that note, I will see everyone in the next one.